Yeah, we definitely got to get fucking Rex and others on this though too. That'd be dope. Have a good few of us in a call.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I'm just gonna grab my phone here so I can send the link to people because we are live. What's going on, people? This is the YBR show. I'm CEO and artist Young Grizzly. This here is one of my artists, Tamaskers,
It's good, y'all.
and this is gonna be a dope show for everybody. We're
Hell
basically
yeah.
talking about whatever the fuck we want to,
Yep,
whatever's on our minds, whatever we feel. So if you like what we're talking about, tune in.
for sure.
And I'm just loading up the comments here so I can see everybody. And I'm gonna drop this into the group.
All right. So we didn't really think of how to start this off, so
You go ahead and start it off.
oh my god, come on, man. Well, basically, I guess we'll go over how this started. We were just talking in our group chat last night, and I was just like, man, why the fuck aren't we having a podcast while we're talking about shit? Jesus, what was that?
I don't know. But
Jesus
we're
Christ.
good. We're good. Alright.
All right.
Alright, so just tell the audience a little bit about yourself. Start it off here.
Well, I'm a rapper. I've had an interest in rap for about 10 years. Oh my god, dude.
Hold up, I gotta just turn down this.
Maybe a wee bit.
Alright, there.
Anyways, yeah. I'm a rapper. I'm 21. I've been wanting to rap since I was about 10 years old, and started when it's about, I guess I was 20, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, because yeah, just started about last year in September. I think I released my first like actual song, like, and then I did a couple. Well, I did a couple collabs with Grizzly first, but I released my song before they came out. But
This
yeah,
podcast is not sponsored by Pepsi, but
yes, it is.
Pepsi, if you're seeing this, sponsor me.
Snapple wants to give me a shout. You know where I am.
All right, so let's talk a bit about the industry and what's going on right now. So, what do you think of Royce the 5'9" and him cutting all the beefs off and getting everybody to be friends with Eminem, basically?
Um, it's good intentions, of course, but I think that should be something that Eminem himself is doing more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like Eminem should be the guy to actually go up to these guys like Nick Cannon or Joe Budden and fucking MGK and shit like that and actually confront them face to face and let them know, be like, yo, we should put this
Yeah.
bullshit behind us. It's not healthy for anybody. You know,
Although, sorry to cut you off, but this isn't the first time that this has happened. Because back in the day, Proof fucking pretty much got a bunch of people together to cut beefs off. So this isn't new necessarily either. So, but I think like the best way to go, like I may cut off like the beef in the camps, but it may not be like they're cool still. You know what I mean? Like it just might be like, all right, publicly we're not going to address it, but I think
yeah.
Eminem should be involved in that more than just Royce. You know what I mean? If it's about Eminem.
Oh yeah, for sure. Eminem should be the main one in that shit.
But I understand the intentions. It avoids people getting hurt in case God knows what happens, and to not address them publicly. I get the intentions behind it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I can't necessarily blame him for that.
Oh no.
So I see what he's doing.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But so that being said, what do you think Eminem and Nick Cannon are gonna do a song, or are they gonna just do a picture together and call it that?
I think they're gonna do fucking nothing. They're just not gonna diss each other. I don't think they're gonna fucking hang out or fucking.
Nick Cannon didn't even want to be wrapped in this fucking beef in the first place. He kind of got wrapped in it because of Mariah.
Mariah Carey, yeah. Well, Eminem was throwing shots, but it was like on relapse. So it was like, it's not like he's fucking was going hard at him. He was fucking goofing around.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, obviously a little bit serious is into it, but like, are you really gonna take bagpipes from Baghdad like super seriously?
Like, no. Here, I'll even go on to
It's a fucking dope song, but I'm not gonna take it as seriously as like Nail in the Coffin or Go to Sleep or Rap Devil or not Rap Devil, fucking Kill Shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm gonna log into Twitter here, and I'm gonna go to Eminem's page here, and I'm just gonna read a couple tweets off that he put out about Nick Cannon that I thought were pretty funny.
I like that Eminem's starting to finally get more in tune with the internet.
Oh yeah.
Even
It's
though
been a long time coming. He even said, like, even on his MMLP too, he's like, I have to download this to fucking play this game and what. He was complaining about like having to download a whole bunch of shit compared to just putting your cartridge in and fucking playing, like back when he was used to it,
Well, it's like I think I saw interviews in the past. He didn't know internet porn existed until 2008 or 9. And then, of course, he discovered more porn stars.
Yeah, and then he discovered Grindr, and he started going on there and meeting dudes and shit. Because he was talking about that. I was surprised. Like, I'm not surprised that Eminem's bisexual, but at the same time, I am surprised.
Bisexual.
Yeah, like, who knows? Eminem is Eminem, and you never know if he's being serious or not.
Exactly. I mean, but who doesn't go on Grindr every now and then, right?
Kale, I don't know if Eminem has anything on here. No, he deleted the Nick Cannon tweets. But anyways, he was like, I think it was, Nicholas, I am hurt or something. It was so funny. It was just joking around. You could tell he wasn't being serious at all.
Yeah, Eminem's tweets are pretty funny.
Royce the 5'9" posted up a thing on Instagram here. And somebody fucking photoshopped the picture of him with Nick Cannon. And they added in fucking Ja Rule and MGK and fucking Iggy Azalea and shit. It was funny. I'm gonna pull it up here for everybody to see who's watching. What's up, Alex?
Yeah, I should probably load up the fucking video just so I can see the chat too.
Yeah.
Facebook.
What's up, Alex? Or did Royce delete it off Facebook?
Our man Alex, aka Rexpect, is in the fucking chat.
Oh yeah. What? Yeah, he deleted it. Fuck, everything that I wanted to show so far has been deleted. Anyways, it was fucking hilarious. It was hilarious though. I gotta say. And I was like, why would you even post that if you didn't? You're like, stop posting this. But why would you post it if you didn't want people to fucking see?
Well, maybe they expected it to just be like a small little thing, but it ended up having backlash. So they're like, oh fuck, pull out.
Yeah, I don't get it.
That's what I'm assuming is what happened. Is what's happening. So.
What's good? Yeah, we're just talking about a little bit about Eminem and Royce the 5'9" right now. Some hip hop stuff, and then we're gonna get into some other stuff later on. All right.
Yeah, we gotta talk about like our Halloween album.
Yep.
Other shit coming out. Like we got shit to talk about too. That's not just fucking bullshit either.
Yeah. We got a lot to talk about tonight, but
it's not really a Halloween album. It's more of just a horrorcore album coming out on Halloween. But you know, same shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking about horrorcore, when do you think you're gonna get a feature with ICP? Shaggy's 1,000 and fucking Tudo, or no, that's Shaggy Tudo. I'm an idiot. Violent J is 1,500.
Where'd you find that out?
Just researching and shit.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know if it's accurate or not.
I don't exactly have 1,500 just in my pocket right now, so it'll be a while.
Yeah.
But speaking of ICP, fucking horrorcore, their new album's coming out on Christmas. Just announced I think a week ago or two.
That's hilarious.
So that's dope, yeah. So fuck Christmas and fuck, like, I love Christmas. I love hanging out with my family and shit, but like, this obviously is more important to me. So, yeah, I'm excited now.
I'm gonna put out Hell Patrol. It's a song with Respect and Payday and Paradox the Phantom and Young Grizzly. So it's me, my alter ego, and then NFG. But it's gonna come out Christmas Day.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's gonna be dope.
Oh yeah. And it's like a Tech 9 type beat. It's gonna be fire.
Yeah, I've been focusing, like, after this Halloween project, and I think in 2020 or just before 2020, I'm releasing my Into the Vault Volume 1 compilation, which is just old songs.
Yeah.
That were that either never released or had released but you can't find now. So just basically all outtakes. So that's definitely dope.
Oh yeah, that's dope. Kind of like the Lil Tommy EP, right?
A bit, but this one's, it's basically, it's not like posing it. It doesn't look like it's like an album. It's like obviously this is a compilation. This is old shit. Don't expect fucking gems and brand new music.
Exactly.
No.
Expect old stuff that you wanted to release at the time, but then you realized it wasn't good enough.
Either it was not good enough, or I'm just like, this shit is whack.
Yeah.
But it's a fucking outtakes album, so who the fuck cares? I'm putting it on.
Yeah. And so, I gotta throw in a plug there too. November 3rd, I got the Tupac Chronicles Deluxe album, and my video for Snakes is dropping that day on YouTube. So everybody go check that out too. And let's talk about the Halloween album. So October 31st, me and Tamaskers got a project out called Welcome to Hell, The Angels of Death, Paradox the Phantom, and Tamaskers. Tell these people a little bit about the album.
So basically, we're in alter egos, and basically we're being possessed by demons. We're it's us, but it's not us. We're just being used. And these demons that are possessing us are taking over our bodies. So everything that we're doing is being done by these demons that are possessing us. So basically, it starts off with us talking about it. Like, the first song on the album is us and the demons, and we're being possessed. And then that's when,
the first track is called Living Nightmare, and it is a fire track. It's a storytelling type song. You guys will not be disappointed. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah, I love it's definitely just pure storytelling song, and I love storytelling songs, which is what my next projects are going to be more of in 2021.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But yeah, Welcome to Hell is definitely going to be dope. I think some of my not the fucking like toot my own holy shit, toot my own horn here. But some of my best verses, in my opinion, are on this album for sure.
Some of my best ones too, like Paradox is here to light you up and fucking smoke. That was, I have to say, that was one of my most enjoyable bars on the song.
Oh yeah.
See You in Hell, because that was like I hit the flow really, really good on that one.
Well, See You in Hell is without a doubt a bomb, and that song to me stands out on the whole fucking album. That's what I'm really excited for this album to come out, so people can hear that fucking song.
Scream 2 is more of like a Eminem Insane type song, and I really like it.
I definitely say it's a lot different than Insane.
Well, it's different, but it's got kind of the same. It's got kind of the same feels in terms of your verse, because on your verse you got that Eminem type flow going.
I guess.
And it kind of sounds like the type of shit he does, like with the vocal layering and shit that you do.
That definitely wasn't my intention, but I kind of see what you're getting at.
Yeah, that's what I was going for.
I was just wanting to come in with something like short and creepy. You know what I mean? Like, it's definitely like one of my shorter verses on the album, but
oh yeah,
I felt like, I don't need I can just do this right now. And it's like, that's short, but it's like, all right, that's dope too. Like,
and then Executioner Part 2, that one's already out, so we could talk about that one. What was your mindset going into that song? Like, after you heard my verse?
Honestly, like, that it's weird because, like, I didn't sit down and write that verse. I was just working and thinking of that beat, thinking of the song, and then I just kind of created that verse in my head.
Yeah.
And then on my break, I went and wrote it down. So like I didn't sit down and try and craft it. I was just something that came to me while I was doing something else.
Yeah.
And then when I had a chance to write it or a chance to sit down, I went and wrote it down. So I can't really say for sure what my mindset was with that one because it just kind of happened.
Speaking
But
of
it's
mindset of a Grizzly, one of the most underrated, slept on songs in Young Boss's Records fucking
I
discography.
absolutely agree.
What's
Another
up
one
with
of my,
that?
I don't know, man. It seems like it's always the songs where I feel like I give my fucking hardest verses too. That always get slept on.
Exactly. Like Medication too. I had to show Slime Medication for him to finally like not sleep on you anymore. Like our own artist is sleeping on you. Like
I
what's
don't
the
know.
deal? What's the deal with a lot of people sleeping on Tamaskers?
I don't know. But,
Because
I
you
know
definitely deserve more views than you fucking are getting right now. That's for sure.
I definitely don't disagree that it would be nice to have some more, but, I know the people who enjoy my music and that definitely makes me happy already, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
It's like,
as long as you're okay with it and like and you're enjoying it.
oh yeah, I
Yeah.
know that when it's ready to happen, it'll happen. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit here and be like, "Oh, what the fuck is going on? This is bullshit, man. No one's fucking listening to my fucking music. Everyone fucking hates me. I'm fucking quitting." You know what I mean? Like, even when it looks and it's like, God damn, man, why? I wish that fucking like I wish the loon did better than it did. But it's like I'm not gonna sit there and fucking get all
Yeah,
fucking pissed and
exactly.
cry about it. I'm gonna fucking all right, whatever. Just keep pushing, keep hustling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When it's ready to happen, it'll fucking happen. That's my
Tamaskers,
mindset.
Alex says Tamaskers is probably one of the best underground artists when it comes to lyricism, and I can say myself, he is one of my favorite artists under the label.
Well, thanks, man. I fucking really appreciate that. I really like putting what I can into my lyrics. So anytime someone says something about my lyrics, man, it's always a fucking it just fucking feels so good, man. Thank you.
Let's talk about Slime. So what were your first
Luna was an
impression?
amazing project. Thanks, man. Appreciate that, Alex.
What was
So
your what was your first impressions on Slime when I first signed him to the label and you guys first met and talked?
I didn't really have anything, I don't remember honestly. I can't even really.
What was your reaction when we let him go from the label for the first time?
Well, I didn't know too much about slime then. Like I was pretty much just getting. That was when I was kind of getting to know everybody, right? So it was kind of
Because
like I saw.
it
What's
wasn't
up?
it wasn't anything bad. It was just because like I wasn't even going to release him. Like I messaged him, right? And
Right.
then he started telling me all this stuff and how he's quitting music and he's not doing it anymore and he's gonna fucking drown himself in pills and like but then he talked to me after that and like he's like, I'm not gonna do the music anymore. I was like, okay, well I'm gonna let you go from the label, but if you ever wanna come back and you ever want to start doing music again, like I even talked to him and I pushed him. I gave him a pep talk and I gave him like really good fucking advice on doing music and shit. And I think that's the reason why he came back to it. And like I even said to
Oh.
him, but when I let him go from the label, I was like, we will probably sign you in the future. Like if you want to come back to the label, you're welcome to come back. And so, what was it? 2 months ago? Yeah, 2 months
Yeah,
ago or
something
so.
like that. Yeah, he came. He came back.
Re-signed him back to the label, and now he's going strong. He's got his first single out, and it's doing pretty fucking good.
Well, that's great. He just needed that time away from music to fucking recollect himself, and now he's back stronger than ever. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I think Slime's gonna be one of the first to blow up. Besides Alex, Slime is gonna be one of
Oh
the
yeah.
top.
Alex definitely is gonna fucking blow, man. Like that guy is fucking
Alex is gonna blow up before all of us. Let's
awesome.
be real.
No, he absolutely. I hear is like, man, like, man. Let me say, man, like,
I've been doing music for longer than anybody else here, but I, um, I'm still not blowing up. And Alex is showing incredible potential and incredible lyricism, incredible wordplay, melodies on point, bars on point every single time he puts out a
oh
record.
man, like For those that haven't listened to Respect yet, man, you guys fucking open your goddamn ears, because this guy right here, man, we're not kidding you, man. This kid is talented. Like, fucking, like, man, I put on his music and it's like, Jesus Christ. Like, his album, fuck was it called? Ah, what the fuck? I'm drawing a
By My
huge blank.
Lonely.
By My Lonely, right.
Yeah.
But, man, let me tell you something about that. That was a fucking awesome album, man. Like, every melody was so smooth, the rapping, the flows, everything was so on point, man. Like, I love that shit. It's one of my favorite to come out under the label for sure. It might be my favorite, honestly. Goddamn, man. Like, this, you gotta open your fucking ear holes for this kid, man. He's legit. Like,
Hey, you know, Alex, we always show the
hell
love.
yeah,
That's
man.
what it's about.
I knew you had potential with the Dark Days, Darker Nights EP, man. Like, I was like,
When
okay,
you first came into the studio, Alex was the first one to come into the studio, and he was alone by himself, and he was the first one to sign with the label. Back before back when I created the label and called it a label, he was the first one I signed,
yeah.
and I knew from like the day he stepped in the studio and recorded his first song on the label, I knew he was gonna make it.
Oh, for sure, man. This, like, as soon as I heard Dark Days, Darker Nights, I was like,
Yeah, we recorded
this
that
guy's
shit.
got fucking talented.
We recorded
This
that
guy's
shit back
talented.
in the Edmonton studio. YNX Slime was there, K Rig was there, Payday was there, and we all just vibed out and recorded all these songs. We had a bunch of different songs that we had originally planned for the album. There's one called Kill Shot 9, and I was gonna be on the hook for it. And there was another one called Hennessy and Ecstasy by YNX Slime, but
Yep.
unfortunately we couldn't get the rights to the beat, so we couldn't put that on the album. And
Ah,
it ended
shitty.
up being an EP. It was supposed to be a big album and drop on January 1st, but it ended up being an EP of 6 songs. But still, Trenches is one of the best songs that
It's
Respect
pretty
has ever
fucking
put out.
dope.
Trenches
Oh,
is the best collab besides Late Nights from Respect and YNX Slime, in my opinion. And that song is slept on for real.
oh yeah, for sure, man.
What do you think about, like, what's your favorite song off Dark Days, Darker Nights?
Holy, it's been a minute since I listened to it, to be honest. But like, I can't even really think of that at the moment. But like, man, all I can say is that, like, you gotta check it out for yourself. You know what I mean? Like, that's all I gotta say about. I can say, man, at the moment, because I can't fucking remember for shit, because my memory sucks ass. But y'all gotta check them out. Like, you will not regret it, man. It's not just like the way you rap. It's just the music in general is very well put together. It's very fucking smooth sounding. Like, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I just can't remember the specific songs at the moment. But
Well, there
definitely
was one
check
called
out By
Hate.
My Lonely.
There was Hate.
Just
There
hate,
was
hate.
The Beginning.
Yes, yes. That was it right there with you and fucking Rex. That was my
Yeah.
favorite right there. Yep.
That song was
That
supposed
one
to
was
originally feature Recreation, but he was he was in a bad mindset at the time, and he wasn't writing music, so I put it on their album, and I let Respect hop on it.
that was a
Originally,
good
we
fucking
were gonna
song.
have originally for Hate, we were gonna have Slime on it too, but he couldn't get to the studio, so we didn't end up finishing it up. So
Ah,
Late Nights, yeah, is one of your most deepest songs for sure. That and By My Lonely. By My Lonely is like top for me. That's like your deepest song in my opinion. Payday. Let's talk about Payday. What do you think of him getting better at fucking rapping and shit now that he's in the studio
that's
classes?
great. That's fucking awesome, man. I'm excited to see what he's gonna be putting out, man. He hasn't released any like solo tracks yet, so I'm really looking forward to see what he can pull out. I think he's been improving a lot, and that's fucking awesome to see, man.
Yeah, the only song he's released, besides Mindset of a Grizzly, is Red Pill Blue Pill with me and Respect.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. I'm definitely excited to see more of his stuff for
Oh,
sure.
for sure. I can see he's been working on his flow and everything, and he's getting really fucking good at that, and that's really good to see, man. I'm really happy for him.
Oh yeah. And when I was down in the studio last time I was in Edmonton with Slime and Payday, I was kind of teaching Payday to like how writing his verse, because on the song 2021 he's like, I pull it with the Glock, go bang, like it go bang, and but it wasn't matching up to the bars. So I was like, what if you put it and you matched it up to the bars where and you did a little bit fast, and it's like, pull it with the Glock and go bang, something like
exactly.
that. And like I started showing him that, and then he got better at it. And then
Awesome. That's
we didn't get to finish recording though. What was the thing? Because we ended up getting fucking sidetracked like usually.
Yeah, shit happens. You know, that shit happens all the time.
The studio's got some funny moments. Like, I remember one time, Alex was trying to record the hook for Late Nights, and fucking K-Rig and Payday wouldn't shut the fuck up laughing. So we had to redo it about 5 or 6 times. It took about an hour to finish, like, just the hook.
Jesus. Yeah, man, that shit. I mean, I take a fucking hour sometimes in my fucking room here recording shit, so I get that.
It's all fun and games, though, at the end of the day. Like,
Oh, yeah.
and when we're in the studio, we're just chilling, but we're also making music, so.
Oh, definitely. You're not just going to sit there. All right, get in the booth, spit. All right, out, you, in. All right, mix. Good. Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, we're not treating it like
fucking
we're not treating it
AR bullshit.
No, we're not treating it like a 9 to 5 like Eminem does. We're just having fun with it at this point right now.
Oh yeah.
Like, yeah, we do depend on rap to eventually bring us up, but we're not depending on it. We're
have
not
fun at your job, that's for sure.
We're not fully depending on it as like a job right now.
Yeah.
Right now we're just having fun with it, but also trying to put in the work to show everybody that we have what it takes.
Oh, exactly.
And I was actually emailed by a producer who produced a song for the song Jackal by Mad Child, and he also produced the beat for a song with Mercules and Snack the Ripper. I forget what the song's called, but
Oh yeah.
he told me I'm gonna be changing our slogan because I didn't realize this until he told me this and that, and I was like, oh, okay. And I only put this slogan because a lot of the other rappers are saying this, but I guess a lot of these other rappers don't realize it. When you say young bosses take no losses, or when you say we don't take no losses, yeah, when you say we don't take no losses, like, you know how a lot of rappers, like,
Yeah.
we don't take no losses, like 21 Savage and shit like that. That's actually a double negative. He told me that. If you think about it, it's a double
It
negative.
is, because we don't take no losses. It just literally means we do take losses.
Exactly. See, that's why
It means we lose all the time. We suck.
see, that's
That's
the one thing that I didn't pay attention to until
Don't think about
somebody in the industry showed me. And see, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get the industry's attention, but also they're going to give us pointers to make us look better and eventually be where they're at.
Oh, for sure.
Like Royce the 5'9",
You don't
The
think
Game,
about it at the time.
Fat Joe, DMX, fucking Kevin Rudolph, all these people that have messaged me, they all say the same thing. You got to keep what you're doing. You got to keep the work going. And as long as you keep grinding, you fucking show potential in what you got, you put everything into your music, you're going to be as big as they are. And fuck if you need money. You don't need money for shit. As long as you can be the best you can be, and if people enjoy it, you'll be good.
Sorry, that was on my end.
But yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're saying for sure. Although, money definitely fucking helps, I won't lie.
Oh yeah, money definitely helps a lot. With like promotions and shit like that.
You don't need a fucking shit ton of money to do it. You don't even need to make like millions to be successful.
No.
You know,
you get one promo from the game, you're set, basically.
I say if you're making a living off your music, you're making music, touring, meeting fans for a living, feeding your family, putting food on the table. How the fuck is that not successful? Like, you don't have to be tearing up the fucking Billboard charts, doing millions of fucking interviews with top fucking Hollywood shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's not. If you're feeding your family, having fun, living the dream, how the hell is that not successful? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And like, that's the thing that these big rappers are talking about. Yeah, they're asking if you got a budget because they're trying to figure out how much money you got into rap and if you're serious about it. That's the thing that they're asking. They're not asking for your money. They're trying to see how much money you got put into this to see if you're actually the one that they're gonna fucking take under their wing.
Oh yeah.
And see me, I would put money into it, but I gotta pay bills and I gotta do this and I gotta do that.
I know.
So I can't.
Yeah. I would put a lot more money if I could, but
Exactly.
I can't. I gotta fucking pay the lit. I gotta survive, believe it or not. So.
Yes, we could put our royalties into the label, but that's about it.
Because not that much money.
Like I make $40 a month off royalties. That's not much.
I make a hell of a lot less than that, so I don't think I can slap down 926. Be like, yeah, hit me up. I don't think they're gonna be like too impressed.
But like, yeah, that's the thing though. It's like you don't need the money. They just wanted to see if you've got the money and if you're putting it into your career and shit.
Because you're willing to go the extra mile for it, for sure.
Exactly. Like when DMX asked me my budget, I told him straight up, like my real story. I told him I'm gonna have to get back on you that because I don't know where my money situation is at right now. I literally straight up told him that, and that if at least if you do that, they know that you're struggling and shit, and you're just trying to do rap on the side and shit, and they're like, okay, you know, but if you just leave them on red, they're never gonna talk to you again because they're gonna be
sure.
They're gonna be like, no, you clearly don't pay attention. You clearly are not grinding or nothing because you don't have the time to respond back to me, a person trying to help you become a better musician.
Exactly.
And so like that's why I wait a little bit, because if you respond right away to these big names, it kind of looks bad on yourself. It looks like you have too much ego. It looks like you're just too excited, like in the heat of the moment. You wait a little bit and then you message. Like the game, he messaged me. I waited about an hour and then I messaged him back. Same with Fat Joe. Wasn't right away. It was about an hour later.
It's definitely not a bad idea, that's for sure.
Yeah. And it also shows them that you're busy, you're dedicated. Because if you just pick up right away, they're going to be like, oh, he's just sitting around doing nothing. Some of them see it that way. Not all of them. Not all of them. I know Fat Joe and I know the game, they see it that way. So if you answer right away to those guys, they're going to see it as he's just sitting around doing nothing.
Well, maybe you caught me on a break.
Yeah, but I don't know. They don't go to conclusions and assume, but their mindset is that way. If you get what I'm saying, like
yeah.
All right, let's talk about fucking.
So I actually want to talk about that for a second with with DMX. Is that I actually was gonna do his promo thing, but in the end, I actually am choosing to do Medication with Boondocks.
Yeah.
I saw the Boondocks deal come up. I was like, no, man, I gotta do this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Boondocks is a childhood favorite.
It's an artist I grew up listening to, man. And I was like, I appreciated DMX. He was gonna give me a pretty good deal, and I appreciated that. But I was like, man, this is an opportunity that, like, I would have never saw coming. Like I was like, this is Boondocks, man. I grew up listening to this guy. I gotta take this opportunity.
Yeah.
And yeah, I chose that.
That's
and whether or not it was the best decision, I don't know, but I think it's the decision I'm happy with. That's for sure.
Oh yeah. No, definitely DMX. He's just starting again. Like yeah, he's got all the followers and shit, but you gotta remember he just got out of rehab. He's doing so good now. Like I'm proud of the guy. Like he used to be down in the dirt, for the past few years, but now he's actually coming out. He's got a tour going. He's got a new album on the way. He's helping underground artists come up too. Like,
no, he's definitely doing good. That's great.
And I like that Royce da 5'9", and I like that Eminem is letting Royce da 5'9" do the promos for the underground artists and let them come up, because some of those guys are gonna be seen by Eminem, and like Royce is gonna show some of these guys music to Eminem. You know that for a fact, and like it's a big chance. Like if you're going with one of these artists, like for a promo, like if you guys are watching this and you're an artist and say, because like you don't have to be live watching this because it's gonna be on everywhere after this, including YouTube.
Yeah.
But like say you're one of these underground artists like we are, and you're looking for a promo. You got $1,000. You're looking for a promo. You're looking who to spend it on. You're gonna want to spend it on Royce the 5'9" out of all these other guys because he's got connections to one of the greatest rappers of all time to ever fucking get on the mic. And who knows, Royce could show your guys' music to Eminem, and who knows, Shady Records could be knocking on your door the next day.
Or save that $1,000 and keep saving. You know?
Do what Eminem says. Look at your money,
Keeps...
count it, and look at it some more. Don't spend it.
Exactly.
But if you got an extra $1,000 laying around, if you got an extra $1,000 laying around and you want to buy a promo, go with Royce the 5'9". That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying spend your money on Royce the 5'9". I'm just saying if you have the money to do so and you're looking to do a promo and you're not sure who to go with, because there's a lot of them doing it right now. There's Jadakiss, Wiz Khalifa, there's fucking The Game, there's Fat Joe, there's DMX, there's Royce, there's this, there's that. But if you guys are looking to like spend on a promo, go with Royce the 5'9", hands down.
The real solution though is not to do that, but to spend all your money on a monitor so that way you can see the music being made in 3D. That way it makes your music come to life. Then you're going to want to take a shitload of shrooms while staring into it at 3D. Then you'll have brilliant ideas come to you to make music, and you will write brilliant stories that no mind was ever made to conceive, and you will be a storytelling legend in the underground.
Exactly. How do you guys think Hobson did it with the ill mind? He was on shrooms the entire time. Let's be real. He wasn't wearing no contacts. His eyes are like that because he was on shrooms. But no, but to be serious for a minute.
I prefer being in the mind of an unstable psychopath.
Yeah.
You know, to create wicked stories, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Stuff that's naturally made.
Exactly. Speaking on that, you think if you're ever a big artist, if the chance ever came about it to do a diss track on Donald Trump with Eminem, would you do it?
No, I wouldn't do that.
If that's the song Eminem wanted you to feature on,
absolutely
for him,
not. I'd be like, no, man. I don't want to fucking. I don't get involved in politics in my music, man. Get the fuck out of here. No, I would tell her. I'd be like, I would even say that. I'm like, nah, get the fuck out of here with that. I don't want to do politics. Why the hell would I do?
I was testing you there. I wanted to see if you're a real artist or not. Because most people would be like, oh yeah, I'll do a song with him, even though they don't want to.
Yeah, they
just because it's Eminem.
Oh, I could do a big song with the big artist, even though it goes completely against all my beliefs. Just selling the fuck out. Oh my god.
Exactly. See? And that's why our artists are as real as it gets, because at the end of the day, we do music, and we only do the music that we feel comfortable doing. And sometimes we step out of the comfort zone to try new things, but if it's not going to work, we're not going to do it.
Yeah.
And that's plain and simple. Plain and simple there. Like, we're literally not going to do it.
No, I'm not gonna fucking sell myself out just to fucking make a buck or something.
Fuck that shit.
No,
it's exactly like if one of us makes it big and the artist wants to sign him but not the rest of us, we're walking away from that deal, because at the end of the day it's about getting everybody on the label at the same level at the same time. Not one artist blows up big and then, oh no, you're not, we don't want to sign the rest of you, and fucking shit like that, and then everybody's just scattered all over, and fucking money comes into play, and you're thinking because you have too much money and you're just like all over the place. Like, we don't want that. We want everybody to be at the same level at the same time so we can all help each other when we're at that level. Get even bigger
Oh
than
yeah,
what we
for
already
sure.
are. And be careful with the labels you guys sign out there with, because some of these labels are snakes.
Some of these labels, hold on, what are these some? What's some? Fucking 95% of those labels out there, man, are slippery, slimy, scaly, slithering snakes,
Well, I'm
man.
not just talking about major labels.
Fuck them.
I'm talking about all labels in general. Like, yeah, all the mainstream labels, 95% of the mainstream labels are all bullshit. Maybe 10 or 15% of the underground labels are bullshit, like Ruthless and
Oh
fucking
yeah,
shit like that.
independent labels, those are the way to fucking go. You know, you get in those mainstream labels. Next thing you know, you're fucking on the shelf, and it's over. You're
Yep.
canceled. You're fucking canned. They see you. They're like, what the fuck is this? All right, we'll sign you to a fucking 10 album contract, and then you get people like Snoop Dogg putting out not so great albums because he got locked in a fucking like 8 album contract.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
be careful who you talk to in the industry, man. You
Do
see all
not
these fucking artists that are like upset. It's like,
do not sign to Ruthless Records. That's the one underground label that you do not want to sign with, because Tamika will fucking rob you from right under your fucking feet. She's a fucking money grubbing bitch, and Eazy-E should have never fucking married her. Because at the end of the day, she just took all his fucking money.
hmm
Did not give any of it to the fucking AIDS Foundation like she was supposed to, like he wanted. Did not fucking help out NWA and shit like that after Eazy died. Did not do that. She just fucking signed Hobson and fucking ripped him off a bunch of money. Like he talks about it too in a lot of his songs. And yeah, Ruthless
oh
Records,
yeah,
dangerous, dangerous record label to be
snakes
by.
everywhere.
And same with New Death Row. Do not sign with New Death Row because Suge Knight Jr. is a fucking snake and a half. Never trust a Knight. The Knights got Pac killed. The Knights got Biggie killed. You do not trust anybody named Suge Knight. Suge Knight even fucking... Well, who knows if he killed Eazy-E, but he's a suspect in it. So... Don't trust anybody named Suge Knight. Period.
Don't let me pick the spot.
Yeah, man, it's all snakes out there, man. You know, and you're never gonna know who a fucking snake is until they fucking pounce at you,
Exactly.
and it's too late.
I know
Never know.
I know a few of those snakes, and like in my song "Snakes" that's coming out, we don't condone these snakes. We don't. Period. You're a snake. You're out of here. You're gone. Bye. Like legit, I don't fucking condone people, and like I don't condone snitching. I don't condone pedophiles. I don't
Oh,
condone
fucking
fucking.
murk a pedophile, man.
I don't condone coke fiends, like people who are just fiending for coke, like my mom's ex. I don't. If you're doing cocaine for fun, I don't give a shit. But if you're doing cocaine every fucking second of the day, then you're gonna get the fuck out of my face, and I'm never gonna talk to you again.
You obviously have a problem.
Yeah.
Sorry, but that's the
The
truth.
main reason why I don't talk to John a lot, me and Tomaskers know who John is. I don't really talk to him a lot because he's a cokehead. He's a fucking coke fiend. Like, but at the end of the day, he's a good friend, so I keep him around. But I don't talk to him a lot because I know he's always doing shit. See, and that's the thing. If they're a good friend, help them on it. Help them fucking conquer that demon. Help them conquer that shit.
Exactly.
Even if they don't want to, suggest it to them. Don't force it on them.
You can't help someone who's not willing to help themselves, but you can always do what you can in the end of the day.
You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink.
Exactly.
That's the one thing that I've always been told that I've stuck by because it's true.
Oh, it's an old saying, but it's fucking true. You know, can't help those that don't want to be helped. You know, you can try your best, but if they're not willing to put in the extra mile,
That's
what
why
can you do?
That's why I cut ties with my buddy Devin because he was on meth for the longest time, and then what was it? 4 months later, I contacted him just out of curiosity to see where he's at. Fucking clean, off the meth,
Awesome.
moved to a new city, fucking has a job, doing great. Proud of him.
That was
Wicked.
the best time.
Yeah, I released 3 diss tracks on him for doing meth, but I even told him about it. He's like, it's all good, man. Release them. I don't care.
I doubt that many people are gonna let him hear this
Like the
song.
song, fuck. What was it? Circle. The song Circle, that's about my buddy Devin. And I have a song called Son of Walter White coming out, produced by YBR producer Energy, and that song is about him as well.
The one we did a diss to him too.
Yeah,
I'm guessing.
already
Yeah.
got him. That was the other one. Yeah.
And I didn't diss him, but
Yeah.
I played a completely different character in the song, so
Well, I basically explained. I didn't really diss him on that one. I basically just explained to people that he's so gone on drugs to the point where
yeah.
it's there's no saving him.
And I pretty much played that kind of character in the song. You know, instead of just describing someone, I decided to be someone in that song.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of rapping I like doing. I like playing those characters. I like playing characters, and I like getting in the mindset.
Yeah. Definitely.
Oh yeah.
Let's talk about the canceled album, Breaking Bones.
Shit.
When we first started making that project, what did you think of some of the songs that we got you on?
Damn it.
And like,
Um,
where did you think that was gonna go if it was ever released?
I have no fucking idea, to be honest. But
Because we did the song Lethal, and then we
Yeah.
did the big fucking 15-minute cipher.
I have no memory of doing that, to be honest with you.
Like, remember it was you did 3 or 4 verses, and then I did 3 or 4 verses, and then Cody was gonna do 3 or 4 verses, and then the beat went dun 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 dun, just like that, the whole beat. But it was
Ah.
fire. It's an old song, and I don't have it anymore because I lost all my shit. I
No,
lost.
It picked me up.
I guess
I lost all of this shit for that album. That's why it's canceled. Then the other reason why it's canceled is because of COVID-19. Completely fucked shit up for Cody. Completely fucked shit up for the label. So we had to just put that album off completely and drop it.
well, it happens, unfortunately. But
Yeah.
you know, now that you're mentioning that beat, I was like, I found my verse on that. I did not know where it was from though.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, like I just fucking found it like a week ago, and I was like, I had no idea where the fuck it was from. It was just my verse, but it's that beat. So I guess I found my verse from the Explosive cipher.
Yeah.
All I can say is that I definitely would have fucking rewrote and done another one.
Yeah.
It's not the best quality fucking verse I put out. That's for sure.
Speaking of Young
It's
Bosses.
one of my earliest.
Speaking
Yeah.
of Young Bosses LP.
God. my
Next
verse
year-
on that.
Next year, you guys are going to be looking forward to another one. I'm not going to say when, but it's going to come out in 2021. Speaking of 2021, that's the first song on the album. That's all I'm going to give you guys.
Nice. Nice. One of my favorite verses are on that album too. So
Oh, yeah. Payday wants to redo
Or on that
his verse.
verse.
Payday wants to
yeah, that-
redo his verse, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep your verse on there, and I'm going to grab the beat, and I'm just going to erase the first part where I'm on it and Payday's on it. Just going to wipe that out and keep your part on there. I'm going to put the instrumental over top of that and then connect it to your verse.
yeah.
So Payday can redo his, and then I can redo mine too. Yeah.
I'm pretty content with my verse. I'm leaving it alone.
Oh, yeah. That's why I said I'm just going to...
Fucking schooled it. Not gonna lie.
But for real though, yeah, that's gonna be a good song. You guys are gonna like that one.
Oh, for sure.
Um,
Yeah, I got some projects in the works for 2021. All I'm gonna say is the second part in a trilogy. So it's something that's already been released.
looking
Well,
forward to
not
that.
something that's been released, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Yeah. But yeah, that's gonna be fun.
and people are kind of confused. There's a couple people actually who asked me because they knew you were gonna have the Vengeance full album out. You put the preload
Oh.
out, and they were like, Wasn't he putting out the full album? Where's his album?
Honestly, I'm just in a completely different mindset since then. Like,
It's
you know what I mean?
it's gonna be one of those detox things, right? Like Dr. Dre detox.
Yeah, like it'll happen when it happens, but at the moment, I say it was scrap, but I guess I don't know. Like it hasn't fully left my mind, so I think when it's ready to come out, when it's ready for that to be what's on my mind to make, that's when it'll come out.
Yeah,
That's what I think.
for sure.
And of course, it'll be completely different than I originally envisioned, but you know, who knows? Who knows? Might be the best thing I ever put out.
Oh
So,
yeah, definitely. Speaking of albums, if you guys haven't already checked out the Tupac Chronicles LP, Misery, you guys are missing out because that album is definitely my top album that this is my best album I've ever released because that album took me 9 months to make, create, and just fucking put out. 9 months of hard fucking work into that album, producing the beats, mastering every fucking vocal, to getting different beats from Young Asco and Snaze.
not to mention fucking like 2 or 3 fucking full-length albums in between.
Yeah. Like I had Young Grizzly 2 come out, and then I had War come out.
Yeah.
And then I was also working on the Halloween project
And
at
then
the same time.
we have the fucking Welcome to Hell project coming on the 31st, which we were working on before all those other ones.
Exactly. And I was still working on my Tupac album when we were working on that.
Exactly.
I started my Tupac album about a month before we started working on the Halloween album.
So in December, right?
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, because we started working on Welcome to Hell in January this year.
Yeah.
Like just the very beginning of January, and yeah, I think it was finally. I think I finally finished everything in September.
Yeah.
Because I had rewritten some verses and shit. Like,
and I had a few songs on there that I had to take off, and I put on other albums. Like the song "Never Pray" was supposed to go on the Tupac album, but then I was like, this doesn't really feel like a Tupac kind of message. He doesn't talk about the Bible being a facade, and there's just my beliefs on it. I'm not bashing religion. You guys can believe it in whatever the fuck you want, just as long as you don't sucker me into it and pull me into your bullshit.
You're allowed to have your beliefs. He's allowed to have his beliefs. I'm allowed to have my beliefs.
Exactly.
That's just it. That's just it.
Yeah. And
I bet a lot of those songs that were on those fucking albums were original ideas for Tupac.
Yeah.
So that's just the way I see it. Like, you had two full-length LPs that were almost like mixtapes in a way.
Yeah.
And then you finally released the big album.
Yeah. And that album, like, I released 6 singles off that album. And that's why there's a deluxe coming to make up for those 6 singles.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like, Grizzly's Ambitions, I wasn't going to release it, but the fans wanted me to release it. I put up a poll, should I release this song? And it was a 95% yes out of 100 people voting. So,
Nice.
they wanted me to put it out, so I put it out. Exactly. Like Alex says, he believes in God personally, but everyone has their own beliefs.
For sure. Definitely.
And
It's speaking of like releasing singles and stuff, talking about releasing a lot of singles before albums. I definitely agree with that, which is why I don't like to release too many singles, even though I know that in this day and age it's the better decision, but I don't give a fuck because in 2021 there's not going to be any singles until the album comes out, until the album's ready. There might be one pre-release single once the full album is ready.
Yeah.
But 2021 is going to be I'm taking it old school, man, going albums. Pressing up albums, man.
After my Tupac Deluxe, you're not going to hear another song from Grizzly until 2021, so cuz I got a lot of shit.
But
well, yeah, Christmas you're going to hear the Paradox shit. But that's about it. That's about it for me for 2020. What about you?
Yeah. Well, 2020 we have the Halloween album, and then I have the Into the Vault Volume 1, which is again just a bunch of old scrap tracks, outtakes, and shit like that. And fucking, I don't know. Maybe I'll release a couple singles here that I don't think will make into 2021, or I'll save them for Into the Vault. Ages.
Yeah. All right, everybody, we're back. Damascus just had some technical difficulties.
Oh my god, man, that took fucking forever, man.
Well, you know, that's the thing about a podcast. You don't know what the fuck's gonna happen.
Nope, you do not. You definitely don't.
Sponsored by Pepsi.
Yeah.
Not really. Don't sue me, Pepsi.
Yeah. You're technically not supposed to say that, but
Not sponsored by Pepsi. Do not take that seriously. Oh well. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna.
We should probably leave after that.
I cannot take you seriously with the Minecraft.
Yeah. I had to. All right.
All right. Do you have a belief on fucking, like the like the aliens and shit people talk about, like Area 51 and like that sort of like phenomenon, like who the fuck put us on Earth?
Nah,
like,
not really, man.
It's like we can't have just appeared on this planet. Like this is my mindset on it. We cannot have just appeared on this planet. Like something or somebody had to have put us on this fucking planet to begin with, because there's no way.
Well, I definitely don't think it's aliens. I can tell you that much. I don't think it's
like, I know we were monkeys, but
aliens,
something had to have put those
spaceships.
monkeys on this fucking planet. Like nothing.
Fuck knows, man. 66 million years ago, fucking dinosaurs were around. So
Something, like, in order to have something, there has to be something before that.
who even knows how life itself was created? So even
like-
if there is life outside Earth or our solar system, how the fuck did that life come to them?
Exactly. Who
How
created
fuck
those
did-
guys?
How the fuck did that become a thing?
And see, I have a very weird belief on the alien life and shit. I'm gonna talk about this personally, because I just wanted to get this out on the air. I believe that we're here. We were put on Earth by these people, and these people are way more intelligent than us, way smarter than us, way more advanced in technology ahead than we are. They're like fucking hundreds of thousands of years advanced ahead of us as far as technology goes. And we were put on here to it was basically a test. How would we do living on our own planet, interacting with each other? How, like, they're trying to see how we would do and if we could become the same level they are at one day. And I believe some of the smarter people, like Albert Einstein and shit like that, were monitoring us basically to help keep us in line and help bring us further ahead in life and advance, so we could prove to whoever the fuck put us on here that we do have what it takes to be as smart as them and as intelligent as them. It's just taking a long time. And that's my personal belief system on it. And I'm not going to razz somebody for having a different belief system, and I sure hope people aren't going to razz me for having my belief system with it. That's just what I believe on, like, the whole space and aliens and shit like that.
See, I just don't put too much thought into shit like that. Like, I got really nothing to say about it. I definitely don't believe it's aliens. I definitely think there's probably likely something. I
say aliens. I
it.
say aliens as an extraterrestrial species that is not from Earth. Anybody not from Earth is an alien,
okay.
and we're aliens to the aliens. So
I see what you're
basically,
saying.
everybody is an alien to somebody at some point, to some extent. Like, if we went from Earth to Mars, we're all aliens
Oh shit!
on
here's
Mars,
that Wolverine class.
because we're not from Mars. We didn't start on Mars. Like, that's not
Right.
our home.
Oh shit!
And that's what I
guess
think's really cool about colonizing Mars,
Guy gets
is
me,
it gives
I'm
us
so
a chance. If we fuck up on
Oh my
Earth,
God.
it gives us a chance to restart
And
and
fuck up another
see
planet.
where we went wrong and try and fix those problems, but it's not probably going to happen. It's
absolutely not gonna happen.
We'll go to Mars, but we're not gonna fucking like we're not gonna be a perfect world when we're on Mars. We're gonna fuck up like we do on Earth. It's gonna happen one way or another. And if the world ends by nukes and we all have to go to Mars, then so be it. I don't have a problem with that.
I'll just jump out of the spaceship and take my helmet off and just let myself go.
I'll be spitting bars with Eminem on Mars and fucking Lil Wayne will come there. I'm a motherfucking Martian. He'll be a Martian for real. Lil Wayne deadass is probably gonna be the first rapper on Mars. Let's be real.
Lil Wayne, well, fuck if I know, man. Probably not even. I highly doubt we're gonna be seeing colonization of Mars anytime in our lifetimes.
Well, we might see it, but we might not be going there during our lifetime. It might just be government officials and NASA and shit like that that will be going there and living
definitely
there.
For sure. Doing tests, experiments.
I know. I'll know we will make it. Man will make it to Mars before we die. In our lifetime, we will get to Mars. Will we?
Oh, that will definitely. Yeah. I'm sure exploration and experiments and tests will definitely happen, but it's definitely not going to be any colonization or anything too serious at the moment, for sure.
Because
it's definitely not happening.
There was a fucking probe that finally got to Pluto and actually got to visit Pluto and what it's actually like. And it's kind of similar to Earth in a way, except it's really fucking cold there. And it's smaller.
It's
a lot smaller. It's about this. It's about the size of the moon, give or take. That's how small that planet is. And because it's so far away from the sun, it's not going to get all that fucking heat that we get. You know, because we're like 3 planets in.
Yeah, it's about, minus 243 degrees on Pluto, give or take.
But it just amazes me how far we've come and how we can explore that far out into our galaxy. And there's even more. There's even more. It's crazy.
Considering a year on, hold on, one of our years, to be able to have the same amount, all right, pretend I didn't say anything. I'm just starting a sentence now. But basically, 1 year on Earth is 243 years or something like that on fucking Pluto. So
yeah, it's crazy.
The fact that they even got some out there so far out into the solar system is that's fucking crazy to me. Obviously with technology as it is and how it's developed and come to what it is nowadays, it's not I guess it's not crazy itself, but it's just amazing that in our lifetime we're lucky enough to be able to have that kind of technology that we can explore out and see that crazy kind of shit.
Exactly. And it's same
could be
thing.
Fucking riding woolly mammoths because we could have been unlucky and having to fucking hunt and do bullshit for a living that we did not want to do at all.
Yeah. Exactly. And that's the thing. And it's crazy too. Even 2018 I think it was, Mars rover landed on Mars. And for the first time ever in human history, we saw what Mars looks like. And it was insane.
Oh, yeah.
I was blown away by the pictures. To be honest, even though they were in black and white, they were still crazy. It's looks like it almost looks like Earth, but you can tell it's not Earth in a way.
Oh, definitely.
Because the mountains are fucking huge. Mount Olympus. That mountain is fucking huge.
It's just crazy because what kind of land are on these other planets, you know what I mean? And it's because they're not livable, so it's we can't really do anything long term, but it's who the fuck knows what kind of crazy shit is out there, right?
Exactly. And who knows what we'll be able to create in the future. I believe in the future NASA will be able to create their own atmosphere. That's if our technology will literally go that far. Because that's if right now we can discover planets that aren't even in our fucking solar system with a telescope in our solar system, I believe we can fucking create our own atmosphere definitely in the future.
Maybe. But who knows how functionable it'll be.
Because Earth's atmosphere is dying because of the pollution, fucking all the other bullshit we're doing to this fucking planet. Hollywood's fucking sinking because they're building shit there every day. They're adding new. It's just getting too heavy. There's too many people moving there.
Let it sink.
Exactly.
Shh, just don't say anything
Hollywood's
about it.
bleeding. Post
Let
Malone
it,
said it best. It's
let it
fucking.
go down.
It's a shit show.
Let it sink. Let Hollywood just disappear off the earth. I think it'll be a lot better in the long
Hollywood
term.
will be the next Atlantis.
I think if we let that happen, things will be a lot better in the long run.
Of course, get all our favorite artists out of there, like Eminem and shit like that. But
Get the few that deserve to be saved, but let the rest of the sink ship.
let the Hollywood fucking Jeffrey
Let them-
Epstein fucking pedophilia bullshit
all-
die in fucking Hollywood.
The elites
Yeah.
just fucking just let
Down the
sink.
drain with Oprah, down the drain with Ellen, down the drain with Jimmy Fallon, down the drain with Jimmy Kimmel, down the drain with fucking Trudeau, Trump, everybody that's affiliated with Jeffrey Epstein and that fucking pedophilia shit. I did
Any
not stand
corrupt
for that.
fucking
Yeah.
racist bigot, any of that kind of shit, you too, just let them die.
And
Let it happen.
tying that into the song Shooting Stars. Shooting Stars is not really about killing Hollywood people. It's about exposing the pedophiles, exposing the wrongfully wrong in Hollywood. That's where I
Yeah.
think the mindset comes to on that song. Because when I listened to it, that's what I first thought about. That's what I first thought in my mind when I listened to your verse. It's like, we're exposing Hollywood for who they are.
Pretty much what I was going with it. The wicked side of what
Oh, these are bots.
they try not to let you see, but we obviously know exists.
Yeah,
Like, we're not retarded. We know it's there.
exactly. And like, it's just crazy how many people, like how many Hollywood people that we looked up to that we're now finding out are not good people. It's crazy.
Man, I find shit out from, like, even just not Hollywood, just, like, from people I looked up to as a kid, right? And it's, like, seeing them involved in such just ridiculous kind of scandals, and it's like, really?
Yeah, California is trying to legalize fucking pedophilia right now.
I would
It's-
fucking...
It's fucking disgusting.
That is just fucking messed up, man. Like,
And it's
anyone that
'cause-
supports that kind of shit deserves a fucking harsh, slow, and painful death.
Exactly. They deserve that ISIS beheading video. I'm not even kidding, because that's
Mhm.
just, if what you're doing to those kids is just as bad as what ISIS does to Canadians. So, and worse on that point too. Worse than a terrorist. You're worse than a terrorist. You're
So
worse
fucking
than you're worse than Osama bin Laden. You guys, the
demons
pedophiles out
walking
there,
the earth.
the pedophiles out there that are watching this shit, that are
They-
if you're a pedophile out there and you fucking click on this video somehow and you're watching this shit, you guys are the fucking problem of this earth.
You are
guys,
demons walking.
you guys are
Not
worse.
human. You're monsters. Not even monsters.
You guys are worse than monsters. Like, monsters are better people than you guys. I would pick Charles Manson over a fucking pedophile any day.
Oh, yeah. They are nothing but slimy, fucking scaly, rotten demons walking the earth.
And I'm gonna be controversial right now.
Man, Taking
Pedophiles
all
are worse
corporate.
than 9/11. I said it. I said it. I'm gonna be controversial right now because I want them to listen. You guys out there who think it's cool to do this type of shit, it's not. You're hurting yourself. You're hurting whoever you're doing it to. You're hurting the world. You're hurting people like us because we don't fucking condone that type of shit. And you guys need to stop. You guys need to fucking die or
Oh, yeah.
go behind bars and die.
Y'all fucking Tekashi 6ix9ines out there with your fucking children, man. All of you deserve fucking harsh punishment.
Harsh.
When I say harsh, I mean the most brutal thing you can think of. Because death, we don't want you guys then to kill yourselves or anything like that, because that's
No.
too easy. That's way too fucking easy. Because then, what? You know, if there is an afterlife, you just go to your fucking judgment, ask for forgiveness, and you're forgiven. No, fuck that.
No.
You don't get a cop out like that.
No, you guys
deserve-
you guys
get
deserve
tied
worse
to a
torture than you're
cross.
gonna get in hell. You guys deserve worse torture than you're gonna get in hell, period.
You deserve to be crucified to a cross and shot at by the parents.
Mm-hmm. And the
of these
children. The children deserve to get the last fucking shot in your head, as far as I'm concerned.
I don't know if the children should be exposed to that
Well,
after.
not the not like the little kids. I'm talking about like the 17-year-olds.
The teenagers, definitely.
Yes.
So, definitely any teen victims in that shit. And just rape in general.
Yeah. So if you're a 30-year-old mom who got raped by a fucking pedophile, you deserve to shoot him in the head on a cross.
She's just a rapist in general. I don't
Yeah.
care if you fucking raped a 26-year-old. You're a fucking, like, waste of fucking oxygen.
Exactly.
And I hope your balls get eaten by rats. And I hope that after that, they shit in your mouth. just to fucking spit on you afterwards, pretty much.
Exactly. You guys can get the fucking bubonic plague for all I care.
I
All right.
hope wake up with spider eggs in your eyes, and they're hatching. And as you're looking into the mirror, spiders are crawling out of your eyes, your nose,
mouth.
your ears, your mouth. And they're
Your
not
ass.
little bitty babies, they're big boys. And you're like, and
And
you're
then-
suffering as they're chewing and pumping you with so much venom.
And then
so
you go to
just
take a shit.
rot.
And then you go to take a shit to think you can get the venom out, and there's spiders coming out your ass.
I hope that when you sit on the toilet, an alligator comes out, sticks his big long alligator mouth in your side, your asshole, and pulls out your intestine.
See, that's the type of shit that's how bad these pedophiles are. And people out there who don't understand about it, like in our beliefs on that type of shit, like basically I'll end it with we don't
definitely
condone
a lot
them.
that agree.
We don't condone them. That's basically the end of that.
Mhm.
So if you guys
Shout out to those people that risk their lives, like, cause like, you know, we'll call them like Chris Hansen's angels, because you know Chris Hansen has this big show. We're talking like people on YouTube that pretty much fucking lure pedophiles and then expose them,
yeah.
risking their life, because that shit could be dangerous. Shout out to those kind of people that
Yeah,
do
shout
that.
out to Chris Hansen.
their-
Chris
Chris
Hansen's another
Hansen.
one.
And all the fucking people that do their YouTube shows where they catfish pedophiles and shit, man. You
Same with
guys are-
Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil fucking catfishes pedophiles on his show all the time. I see it. I see it
Oh, yeah.
all the time.
It's even
And he gives them shit. Like he brings out people who have done similar crimes. Maybe he won't bring out like a rapist or anything, but he'll bring out like, say a kid is gangbanging and he's 13 years old and
Oh,
he's
yeah.
a wannabe gangster.
Dr.
He'll bring out his
Phil
gang member.
fucking-
He'll bring out his
Doc-
gang buddy. And his gang
Doc-
buddy will talk some real shit into you and make you realize you're a fucking idiot.
Dr. Phil will go to all levels to make sure you feel pain and misery about what you're doing.
Exactly. Like I've watched so many of the videos to where I see it now. Like, yeah, Dr. Phil he's not a real doctor.
I don't give a
He's
fuck
still
about
gonna
that.
lay into you. He's still gonna
fucking-
lay into you because he's a psychologist. He can still get into your brain and make you realize you're a fucking idiot.
Dr. Phil's very smart, so. And plus, he's just fucking savage, man. Dr. Phil does not give a shit.
And he's savage in the most fucking funniest way.
Yeah.
Serious and not a smile on his face.
Like when he did the fucking Kid Rock that was fucking funny. I love that. Like it's like he has a sense of humor. I like people like Chris Hansen even has a sense of humor, and it's like just seeing how he toys with the fucking predators. It's
Yeah,
awesome. It's like
he's like, he'll ask the guy, he's like, "What are you doing here?" "Oh, I was just coming over for pizza." "No, you aren't. I can see about these texts. You're coming over here to try and have sex with this 13-year-old girl."
the one
like,
thing I was like,
literally.
was one guy I saw was like, I forget what his first name. He's like, "What's your last name?" He's like, "I don't have a last name." He's like, "You don't have a last name?" It's like, "Nope." It's like Jesus Christ.
And then there
man.
was that one guy that he recognized from on the bus, and he's like, "What are you doing here?" I was baffled at that one. It was actually somebody Chris knew and was friends with, and it was like, holy shit, you never know who you're friends with. That proves it right there.
That proves that there are snakes behind your back.
I've had plenty of them.
Unfortunately, you can't identify these snakes too easily. They blend in really well with humans. In fact, they have very human-like structure. You know, they're very anthropomorphic. They're even possible of understanding human languages.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, these kind of snakes are very hard to point out, but they're actually a very common snake. But unfortunately, they won't be the ones in your gardens. They'll be the ones in your bed, in your workplace, in your car.
Exactly. All
And
around
you'll
you.
never know until the snake pounces and sinks you with its teeth.
Just like JJ, fucking head ass. Like there's so many, and a lot of the label can relate to JJ, and him being a snake too, because he's fucked over Alex, me, Riley, Jordan, Ashton, everybody pretty much. Eugene, he's fucked over Jeannie too. Like Jeannie still stays cool with him because they've known each other a long time, and I get that, but it doesn't excuse the fact that he ripped me off a bunch of fucking weed and a bunch of money and shit like that.
You can domesticate the snake; it still will bite.
Yep. I don't give a fuck who Eugene's friends with, as long as he doesn't try and get them to
bring drama into your lifestyle.
As long as he doesn't try and get them fucking I don't care if he's friends with JJ, as long as he doesn't try and get JJ to be friends with me again, because fuck that.
Doesn't bring him into your lifestyle or our lifestyle.
Exactly. Like you can hang out whoever you want with. You can hang out with my enemies. Like on my mind 3, chilling with my enemy, then you ain't my homie. I didn't really mean that seriously, because like
don't bring them around.
Don't bring them around is what I'm saying on that. I'm not saying, oh, you're chilling with him, I don't like him, so I'm not friends with you anymore. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying just don't bring them around me. You can hang out with them, just don't hang out with them around me.
And don't get involved in shit that has to do with me with them.
Exactly. Like, I don't have, like, there's this kid named Ethan. I don't have a problem with Ethan anymore. Yeah, he cost me a lot of friendships. And I won't name names, but other people have cost me a lot of friendships in that group. But there's this kid named Ethan, and I want to see him eat, just not at my table. And, like, when I was arguing, pissed off at him for the longest time, like, I didn't tell my buddy Kavish, oh, we're not friends anymore because you're hanging out with Ethan. No. I literally told him and my buddy Thomas, do not involve me with Ethan, do not show me pictures of Ethan, do not bring him around. Don't talk about him around me.
Just you do you with him. Just keep me out of it. Keep him out of my business. That kind of shit. Exactly.
And like I said, I forgive people sometimes, depending on what they did. Ethan, it wasn't too bad on what he did. I stood my ground and he flipped shit on me, and that's all he did. And then he called me fake, and then a bunch of other people started believing him, and then they stopped talking to me. But I forgave him after all this time, because at the end of the day, it wasn't really that bad of a thing that he did. I stood my ground, and he was being a prick. And that was the end of it. And like I said, I want to see him be successful. I want to see him eat, just not at my table.
It's not even worth your time, really, to linger on a beef or anything like that anyways, you know?
No.
Why waste your time on that? You know, you could be doing something so much better, putting your mind to so much better use. And yet you're sitting here wasting it on one person. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know, don't let people live rent-free in your head. Move on.
Yeah, just like a spider. If you're a spider in my house, you better be paying rent or you're dead.
Yeah, don't fuck with spiders, man. I see a spider, it's going down after I fucking shrill like a girl, scream like a little girl.
Unless that spider has $500 in its hand, I'm killing it.
I'll take the $500. The spider's still getting fucked up though. I don't give a shit.
I'm not gonna pull a Russia on it and fucking be Vladimir Putin and say that we're not gonna invade Ukraine if they give them all our nukes, and then go ahead and invade it anyways after they give all their nukes to them.
Nah, man, if you're a spider in my territory, I'll take the money and then say thank you, but you're still dead. Fuck you.
See, unless the spider's dead anyways too for me, unless it's a daddy long legs, then I'll put him in a jar and let him out. But if it's a fucking wolf spider, which are the normal spiders in my house, or the fucking little tiny ones.
You're kidding me. Wolf spider is definitely not the common spider in your house.
It is.
No, it's not. You know how big those fucking things are?
They're huge. We're surrounded by a fucking desert in Medicine Hat, so there's gonna be shit like that. We got black widows down here too.
You say they're common. How common are these in your house? Just wondering.
Literally, The majority of the time, if there's a spider in the house, it's a wolf spider.
Yeah, I'm never coming over, just so you know. Never happening. Fuck that.
We rarely see them in the house. We always see them outside the house. But no, we got black widows here, and I've never seen a black widow ever.
God, man, that's fucking horrible.
Well,
I saw a wolf spider in my house, man. I'm moving.
They're easy to kill. They're huge, but they're easy to kill.
Yeah, but the amount of fucking balls it's gonna take to me to fucking use, it's gonna be days worth of build up before I finally can kill a spider.
My buddy, he has a fucking tarantula, and it's like, how do you have a tarantula, bro?
Like they're actually pretty like tame spiders, but fuck them. They're scary, man. They're
They got like
ugly.
7 eyes. It's like, I don't want a fucking animal with 7 eyes.
8 eyes.
Yeah, I don't want.
Fucking... Just look at them.
Yeah,
like,
I don't
all you
wanna
have to
fucking...
do is like, it's like, should I get a spider as a pet? Look at the spider for a solid minute, 10 seconds, and you'll understand why you shouldn't get that as a pet.
Exactly. That thing will jump on you in the middle of the night, and you won't even know what's coming.
Like,
Holy shit.
I've known people that have had spiders, and it's like, you know what, man? You're clearly psychotic. But so you don't kill me, I'm not gonna say anything on it. I'm just gonna continue living my life normally. But like, keep that fucking spider away from me.
Like my homie Ashton, he has a fucking his mom's boyfriend, fucking Gordy. He has a tarantula, right?
Oh, God, man.
And when I went over to Ashton's house, fucking, I never seen that thing, and I was like, thank fuck, I never seen that thing. I don't want to see that thing.
My worst fear would be going to someone's house who has a tarantula and seeing that the tarantula... That's the thing, is like, it's actually scarier if you go there and you don't see the tarantula.
Yeah.
It's like, if I'm going to someone's house and there's a tarantula cage, without the tarantula, I'm leaving.
Well,
Simple as that.
Well, I didn't see the cage or anything, that's the thing. So I didn't even know it was there until he told me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I'm not risking a fucking tarantula. Like, looking behind me like, what the fuck is that? Seeing a big old hairy tarantula, man. That tarantula will not be alive, because I'll probably whip it across the room, and because it's so fucking fragile, it'll just fucking splatter. You won't have a tarantula anymore.
And you know, just go spend another $200 on another fucking exotic animal.
And I'll be running out of the house in fear, not realizing I had killed the tarantula yet. But I won't be back.
Yeah, maybe back later with a can of gas and fucking a lighter, but...
I might be back later after I fucking recovered from the heart attack and clean my fucking shorts because of the fucking fear that was instilled in me. Like, after my heart rate finally calms down in about 6 hours. Oh, God. And I had about 3 showers to get the fucking spider hairs off me.
And then you'll be back later with a fucking flamethrower to torch that place.
I'll probably be curled up in a ball still thinking about it. Just having that image pressed into me. Like, just embedded in my mind of that tarantula crawling over me. I'm going to be shaking under the covers. Just thinking about that all day long.
You just ignored a bottle being thrown.
Huh?
You just ignored the bottle being thrown at you.
Yeah. There's bottles flying everywhere. Alright. So, what is your... Okay, tell me about the first time you ever smoked weed.
My mom and dad were smoking weed. I was over 18 at that point. I just turned 18 not too long after. I think it was about a month after. And I was like, can I have some? They're like, okay. I smoked weed and nothing happened. And I did, because I don't know, I probably wasn't doing it right, but I didn't get high until probably my 5th time smoking weed.
Yeah.
My dad was at work. I was smoking with my mom, and then all of a sudden I was just like, that's it. The first time in my life I got high, I was just like, whoa. I started just getting really fucking happy and smiley. And my little brother comes out. He has no idea that I was smoking weed.
Yeah.
And he's like, why is Brandon so smiley? I'm like, did you feel like smiling? Oh my God. Like, when he didn't find out I was smoking weed till I was probably like 19. And he cried. My little brother. I felt so bad, but now he doesn't really give a shit.
Yeah.
But because I told him I would never smoke, right? I was talking about cigarettes,
Yeah.
and even though when I was really young, I had no interest in weed at all. I just, it was just some. I was like, hey, I'm 18. Can I have some? I'm like, yeah, go ahead. And I smoked it, and I was like, this ain't too bad. And
Yeah.
that's how I started smoking weed. There was literally no big thing to it. There was no like, sneaking off with the boys. It was just, I want some. And I asked for some, and then they gave me some. Yeah,
People
that's
gotta
it.
understand though,
That's
like it's been legalized now, and you should really understand that there's nothing really bad about it. It's not a gateway drug. That's bullshit. It's not it's not gonna make. Oh, if you smoke weed, I'm gonna do cocaine. No, you have a choice to do cocaine. You have a choice. It's not weed's not gonna make you think to do cocaine. It's not gonna control your brain and tell you. It's not gonna whisper in your ear, do cocaine. It's not gonna.
Alcohol will.
Alcohol will.
Fucking drunk. Now that I smoke weed, I don't drink as much like I used to before I started smoking weed like regularly. So I say weed is just a savior.
And I quit drinking because drinking is fucking not fun at all. I don't enjoy it at all.
Drinking fucking blows, man.
Like ever since I almost died on my 18th birthday, downing a 40, and my buddy Ashton saves me because I'm choking in my fucking sleep on my vomit. Fucking luckily he was there at my crib that night, but
Definitely.
it was fucking insane. Like, and that's what got me to realize that fucking drinking sucks. It almost killed me. Like, for fuck's sakes.
Oh yeah, drinking
I did
is
cocaine once.
blacking out. What a blacking out? That's always fucking experience.
Basically me.
Best part is you don't get
This is
any
on
of the
Facebook
experience.
too.
What?
This is on Facebook.
I said I was kidding.
I know. It's funny. But no, like, weed's not gonna fucking put you on other drugs. Like, are you kidding me?
Weed just makes you feel silly. That's it.
And weed helps with chronic pain, for fuck's sake. That's the reason I take it, is because it helps with my fucking back pain and my fucking stomach pain and shit like that.
Like, all right, with any substance, there's obviously going to be some side effects. Like, it does fuck with memory because it fucks with your the REM cycle. Sorry.
Yeah.
But like that's just the thing is with anything, there's going to be fucking side effects, and like the side effects are not major or that.
Your pharmaceutical
serious.
drugs have side effects, for fuck's sakes. So
The thing is with weed is it's natural and it's not chemical fucking like
yeah,
pharmaceuticals.
Tylenol, it will kill you before weed does. Tylenol is worse than weed. You want to lecture me about weed and smoking weed? Lecture me about Tylenol and pill addiction before you even mention marijuana to my face, because marijuana to me is a plant and it's natural, and whoever wants to smoke it can smoke it. Personally, I do it for pain, and I don't do it for fun like I used to when I was a teenager. I do it for fucking pain, and it's simple.
Exactly.
Like, I'm not a weed connoisseur, and I'm not gonna fucking praise it and it's amazing, it's the best. No, I'm not gonna do that.
Love marijuana.
I'm not gonna do that. No. I'm just saying the facts about it. Yeah,
I'm a
like,
fucking marijuana connoisseur.
for the people who are against marijuana and don't, but to you guys, I say, learn more about it before you say anything.
Always educate yourself on something before you hate it.
Exactly.
Because that way, at least, you can defend yourself with facts and reasoning other than just your own beliefs.
Exactly.
Because if you come to me with an argument presenting facts, I will listen and I'll take into consideration what you're saying, because you're actually making valid points. You're not just like, no, I don't like that. Fuck you because I don't agree with you. No, who wants to fucking get an argument with that? If you're actually presenting to me a topic with an argument with points to be made, valid points, I will listen and I will take in consideration what you're saying, because at least you made the effort to educate yourself on the fucking topic. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And present your your own fucking opinions in a fashionable manner that is in a presentable like it's presentable, like it makes sense, like you're not just being a dickhead criticizing people because you don't like it. You give a reason that makes sense, and it's like you can have a conversation about it, respectful conversation nonetheless.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And like
that's my take on it.
and to the also to the people that think if you smoke weed you're not gonna go to college and you're not gonna get your degrees that you're gonna get. No, it's your choice if you're gonna go or not. It's not weed that's gonna make you fucking drop out of school or fucking not go to college or
I know
not.
plenty of people who smoke weed and they're in fucking colleges and
Yeah,
shit.
I'm the smartest guy I fucking knew in high school. He was an IB student. He had Math 30 pure, and he was a big pothead. It just goes to show you, there's nothing wrong with it.
Just if you apply yourself, you will do something, you know.
Yes, it
Whether or
kills.
not
Yes, it kills brain cells, but you know what? It also kills cancer cells. It also repairs broken or already broken cells, and it heals the body. It
look
cures
at the
seizures.
damage,
It
look
cures
at the damage
seizures.
alcohol does. Right?
Alcohol fucking destroys your insides. It melts your liver, completely fucks it, to the point where you can't live.
Like, look how it fucks with your fucking brain, your memory. How alcoholics, like people who were long-term alcoholics, now have long-term like memory issues because of it.
Exactly, and we're gonna go on Google here, and we're gonna get the facts straight.
Like, if you smoke weed and stop smoking, after a while, your memory starts to come back. I know this from personal experience. Although with alcohol, it destroys. It absolutely destroys it. It doesn't just make it function less. It just gets rid of it completely. It absolutely breaks it.
An estimated 88,000 people die every year from alcohol. And that's not even the majority of them. There's way more than that. But that's just the
That's
estimated.
just what's fucking. That's just the estimated that they're able to get recorded. You know,
And you want to.
they're not counting.
And you guys go look up marijuana. How many deaths have been from marijuana? Zero.
Watch it be like 6 million or something. Just some stupid like what the fuck.
How many deaths from weed? Like COVID-19 will kill you before weed does. Like
The fucking cold will kill you before weed does.
exactly. The air quality on the earth will kill you before weed does. Your shower will murder you before weed does. Like
That's wild out.
Literally, there's nothing here on death. There's literally zero deaths from marijuana. You might see synthetic marijuana deaths. That's not marijuana. That's man-made bullshit.
Bullshit, yeah.
That's flakka. That's fucking fentanyl and shit like that. It's not real. It's not weed.
Yeah, exactly.
These deaths you see from these THC cartridges, those were laced with vitamin E acetate, which when smoked is very, very, very dangerous. And it can kill you. They put that shit in vitamin water. That's why they say not to drink a lot of vitamin water, because it's got that shit in it. And a lot of it is not good for you. Mm-hmm. And the reason these Chinese people do this is because vitamin E acetate is dirt cheap on the market. You can get a fucking gallon of it for 50 cents. So, and then they take these vape cartridges, they fucking take half the liquid out, or take all the liquid out of these vape cartridges of the same flavors and whatnot, put them in a thing, add vitamin E acetate to them, and then they get their own cartridges that the fucking sweatshop guys make, put them in there, and then sell them on Wish.com, AliExpress, etc. And that's where these kids are dying from, because they can't normally go to the dispensary or order off a MOM because
underage, obviously.
They're underage. So where do they go? Wish, eBay, AliExpress,
Fucking
anywhere that doesn't require you to be 18 or over. And they get these vapes from China, and they die.
Fucking Wish marijuana.
It's like that's where most of them are coming from.
Oh my god.
90% of the cartridges that these kids were dying from came from Wish.
That is just fucking a Wish.
It's crazy.
The entire idea of a fucking Wish THC cartridge is just fucking It's unfathomable. That's just ridiculous.
And then
So
they
ridiculous.
and what's even
that
more
it doesn't even
ridiculous
sound real.
What's even more ridiculous is they sell these cartridges as brand names, but it's in reality it's their own shit mixed with that vitamin E shit, and that's what's killing these kids. That's what's giving these kids lung fucking problems and they can't breathe and shit. It's not vapes, because I know vaping came into fucking heat when those kids started dying. Oh, vaping is killing people. No, it's not. Chinese people fucking tampering with THC fucking pens are the ones killing people. It has nothing to do with vaping, and it has nothing to do with marijuana. It's the fact that these people are tampering these products and killing people. And a lot of them have been arrested, but there's still thousands and thousands of them out there that they'll never catch.
Oh yeah, you'll never catch every single one.
You may catch the big ones. There's always going to be the smaller ones getting to the level that the big ones were at.
Oh yeah.
All right.
As soon as those big ones go, they gotta put a little guy comes up because he's the next guy that everyone goes to.
It's just like
The cycle
it's
goes
just
on.
like ISIS and Al Qaeda. Fucking Bin Laden died. Who steps up? Al Baghdadi. He starts ISIS. Al
He's just the next
Baghdadi
guy in
died.
line.
Al Baghdadi dies. Guess what? His son's next in line. It's gonna keep going. You
It's a
cannot
cycle.
just by killing the leader of a group does not mean you have caught them all. Does not mean you have stopped it. Trump, yeah, he killed fucking Baghdadi. He got U.S. soldiers to go break in and kill Baghdadi, but he didn't end ISIS. He thought he ended ISIS. No, you didn't even get even close to ending anything.
May have put a dent in their plan for sure. Absolutely, killing the leader, regardless, is always a big fucking thing.
Yeah.
But there's always gonna be the next guy in line. So
It's just like when Obama killed Bin Laden. He was so proud of it. And yeah, that's a big accomplishment because even Bush was
Absolutely.
trying to get to him. And he couldn't
absolutely
get
an
to him.
accomplishment.
But at the
it
end of the
doesn't mean-
day, the Obama
just-
doing that just created more problems for all of us.
Well, yeah.
What I think they should have done is I think they should have kept Saddam Hussein alive, because Saddam Hussein was actually the guy going out there and killing these terrorists. He was the guy going out and killing other terrorists, and that's why the U.S. captured him, because he was doing their work. They didn't want him to do their work, so they killed him. And that's just straight up facts.
We definitely don't know what the mindset of Saddam Hussein was. So.
Well, still, I think they should have left him out there and had him killing these other guys. He would have killed Bin Laden at some point. We all know it.
Maybe. But who's to say, right? Never know now.
And the only reason U.S. captured him is because he was the leader of Iran, and he was abusing his power by going out and killing these other leaders and shit. And that's the reason why the U.S. stepped in. And also because Iraq is a U.S. fucking territory, and he invaded Iraq, and that's, at that point, it's over.
Yeah.
Once you invade U.S. territory, you're done. Especially if you're one of those guys. Especially.
Exactly.
That's like if Kim Jong-un nuked the United States. Trump would fucking fire back and kill him right away.
Oh yeah, he would fucking like 6 times the power probably.
He would blow Korea off the fucking planet.
Oh yeah. They'd be fucking colonizing on Mars.
He wouldn't even care about the South. There's innocent people in the South, but I know Trump. He wouldn't even care. He'd just fucking drop a nuke on North Korea, and it would affect the South because the South is literally right there. And it would kill Kim Jong-un and completely wipe them off. You don't fuck with the United States. You don't fuck with Canada. Period. And you don't fuck with Russia. Those are the top 3 countries in the world that you do not fuck with. The rest of the world needs to get that. Do not mess with Canada, United States, or Russia. We've got more nukes than you guys could ever imagine. We can blow you guys over fucking 300 times. Russia has enough nukes to destroy the Earth 600 times over. And people don't realize that. Like, a lot of these countries that are starting
Rather
wars...
disturbing fact when you think about it, but...
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like, why do we need all these weapons? Why did you create them in the first place?
No, exactly. That just creates problems.
Yeah, and it's like other countries want these nukes because they want to protect themselves. You know what?
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't have had nukes to begin with. You know how much damage that does to this fucking planet? Creating just one of those? Just creating a little vial of uranium, you know how much damage that does to the
I
planet?
am become death.
It's crazy. And yet they don't give a fuck. They're like, huh, more weapons for me, more weapons to blow up other people with. And they don't take into consideration the rest of the world's ideology on everything. They just go ahead and do whatever they please, and it's like, what the fuck?
It's power hung. It's power greed. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Just want to be the most powerful.
And that's what I don't get about these world leaders. Why do you want to be the most powerful? Everybody just needs to sit around and fucking sing Kumbaya and be happy with each other. That would be that, and that will never happen. But that's the reality of things, that because of how fucked up we are from all these wars and all this fighting and all this bullshit.
And the day fucking I see all the world leaders sitting around a fucking little campfire together, fucking with a string guitar, singing Kumbaya, is the day
Stone
I
Cold
get a
Steve
fucking...
Austin's there too.
Sure, why not? Why the fuck not? That's the day I get a fucking like #1 album.
Exactly. That's the day that I become better than Eminem. It's never gonna happen.
Exactly.
And I'll admit that right now. You cannot, if you compare yourself to Eminem, he will fucking body you, and then you're gone. You're done. You don't even have a chance to say anything. Look at MGK. He stopped doing rap, and he's now back to alternative and punk rock because of what Eminem did to him. You know, you keep Eminem's name out of your mouth if you're a famous musician. Let's just say that. You don't fuck with
Although
him.
This still doesn't like exclude him from being able to be criticized, but we're talking hate.
Yeah,
Criticism is
we're talking hate. We're talking like MGK.
very allowed.
We're talking MGK, Ja Rule type shit. We're not talking like criticism. We're not talking Snoop Dogg, Eminem, like critics. We're talking like Ja Rule and Eminem beef, or just bullshit out of your ass.
Constructive criticism is always important, regardless of who the artist is.
That's why when I get my songs rated on, what is it? Ivan Daniels, Fresh Music Fridays. When he does that shit every Friday, he's another artist out in Jersey. Like sometimes, like most of the times, my songs are a 7 or a 6 to him. It's because he's been in this industry longer than I have, and he knows his shit. Plus, he's got a professional engineer right beside him at all times, and like even his engineer, he'll give me an 8, or he'll give me a 7. He's given me a 10. There was one time he gave me a 10, and I was so proud of myself. I was like, and it's like that. I take that criticism into my consideration. And same when Analyst, you know the rapper Analyst, he reviewed my song War with You. He said I needed to work on my flow a little bit better, and I took that into heart, and I took that as respect. I took that as him handing the torch to me, because he's telling me what I need to do to better myself. That's what I want. I want people to tell me what I need to do better in order to better myself. You need people to tell you what you need to do. If you don't have people around you criticizing you and telling you what you need to do better, you're never gonna figure out how to fucking do it.
If people just kissing your ass and everything, it's not gonna work for you, man.
Like, fuck out of my face with that. Oh, your song's good, and yeah. Tell me the real shit. Tell me the real thing. Tell me my song's bad. Tell me my song needs work. Tell me, but don't hate on me.
No, exactly. Don't be like, it's fucking trash, whack. Get the fuck out of my face with this shit. No,
yeah, don't do that.
That shit.
Be it needs work. Like, when Ivan talks to me about what I need better, he doesn't say it's trash. He's like, Young Grizzly, I wasn't really feeling that, to be honest. He's like, you need to work a lot more. This song needs a lot more work. And then after that, he's like, every artist who doesn't understand what I'm talking about, that's what this is all about. We're here to criticize you, and we're here to help you guys get better. Exactly. We're not being assholes, and we're not gonna sugarcoat shit. We're going to give you straight up what you need to do better in order to improve yourself.
Exactly.
I don't want any of my artists or anybody in general telling me and sugarcoating my shit saying it's good when it's not. You need to tell me straight up if my music is bad or not. You cannot lie to my face and tell me it's good just because you don't want to hurt me. I don't care. It's criticism. It's not hating on me if you think my music is bad. It's telling me what I need to do better in order to make myself appeal to you as the viewer.
As a consumer of the product, we need to make sure that the product is right.
Exactly. And that's why I take all my songs now, and I don't just write one song and call it a day. I write several songs, take bars out of those songs, and make one song.
Oh yeah, I've done that plenty of times.
That's what I do every time with every single one of my songs. Every song on that Tupac album was done that way.
That's why, like, a lot of my guest verses that I've been doing haven't been, like, super quick getting out, because I take my time with it to make sure it's
Exactly.
not just, I just don't just rush it out. I like, when it's ready, it'll be ready. That's it. It's like,
and the only one I'm waiting on now for the deluxe is Flashing Lights. Once that's up, I can put it out for November 3rd.
Is now just need to be recorded. I just wrote it last night. Again, it was just, it's time to be ready, and it's ready now.
Fucking can't wait for that one. That one's gonna be dope as fuck. Yeah.
For sure.
And you did
another good storytelling.
Oh yeah, and then did you take some of my ideas into heart? Like I gave you a little bit of background information on what happened that night.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. That's gonna be dope. And my buddy Thomas, he can't wait for that too, because he was the one in the incident with me too. So.
Oh yeah. I definitely, don't know all the details, but I just put it. I played it out as a possible story.
Yeah.
I didn't just make up some bullshit. Like, this is a story that could have happened. Maybe.
Exactly.
Kind of like what it would be like for me in that scenario, as well. I put some of my own, how I'd feel like if this had happened to me, having to deal with my own mother and shit like that.
Exactly.
Put a little bit of my own side into writing a story in the side of someone else's eyes, pretty much, just to, you know what I mean? Like, just to give it a bit more, personality, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's definitely dope, I think.
And now on to the last part of the podcast here. What do we have coming up at Young Bosses Records? Well, you ask. Got the Halloween album, of course. That's coming out October 31st.
Hell yeah.
Youngboy PG has an album that's coming out end of the year, probably December-ish. So you guys can look out for that. That's going to be his... he's on 3 now. That's going to be his 4th album, and he's been with us since December last year. He's putting out mad music. Like, he's the number one. He's the most hardworking artist in our label, I'd have to say, hands down, because he just puts out so much shit, and he puts everything he has into all of his music. So do all of us, but Youngboy PG takes it a stretch farther. He's got so many songs that he writes. He writes all the time, every day, all the time.
Oh, he's definitely
committed. He never stops. He never stops writing. That. Like, he's writing 24/7, and that's the type of dedication that it takes to get big. And that's why he could say on Menace that he's about to go multi-platinum, because he's putting in the work to go multi-platinum. Yeah. He's backing it up. He's talking shit, but he's backing it up like a clogged toilet.
No, I like the amount of work that Eric puts into his fucking music, and how much he's always working, man. And I love working with him. Talking with him, he's very fucking awesome to work with.
Oh yeah. Definitely our most hardworking artist in the label.
It's crazy that you say that, like, he's working on his 4th album, because it's like the fucking Halloween project will be the 3rd album that I put out,
and the deluxe album will be, well, it's not really doesn't
another
count,
album,
but it is my 5th album, because the Misery was the 5th album. So
Misery is the 5th, and you had War, you had Young Grizzly 2, you had the Young Bosses.
How many albums does Eminem have? How many studio albums does Eminem have? How close am I to tying him?
I think he has 10.
Eminem.
10 or 11.
Alright. He's got 11 studio albums, 5 compilations, and 1 EP. I've got no.
And that's not even including fucking D12
Yep.
or fucking other shit in the past.
Exactly. And like
So really,
it's
it's like
crazy.
13 or 14 actual studio albums because Bad Meets Evil,
Yep.
fucking D12, some of 14 or 15, yeah.
Shady 15. I wouldn't call a album. I would call that a compilation album
It's a
because
compilation
yeah.
with new tracks.
Yeah, because it's got the old tracks on there, and it's also got new music featuring
That's like
all the Shady Records artists.
that's like more of a fucking. It's like a mixtape.
Yeah,
It's like a mixtape compilation.
it's like a label mixtape basically.
Yeah,
Because that's the
yeah.
Shady Records tape. That's the first Shady Records tape.
In a sense, it's pretty much yeah. That's
Yeah.
exactly what it is.
It's just showcasing everybody. In my opinion, Conway should have been on that album too. Like Eminem should have put Conway the Machine on that album too when he released it.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
Conway was signed to M's label at the time, but he wasn't really up there. Like nobody heard of Conway until last year when Eminem dropped that song with him. But he's been under Eminem's label for a long time, and nobody's realized that.
He's a lot. There's a lot of them, really.
Yep. Like Bizarre too. What was funny is Royce the 5'9" posted a picture with Nick Cannon, right? And he's like, great minds not during not so great times. And then he Bizarre put in the comments, shrug. And then Royce the 5'9" commented back. He's like, you got something to say, Bizarre? And you know Bizarre, he's always going to back up Eminem. He's going to be with Eminem for life. He doesn't, like, anybody who's dissed Eminem, Bizarre's never going to forgive them. Like, Bizarre's already dissed Nick Cannon how many times?
Not necessarily.
Bizarre's already dissed Nick Cannon how many times? He's never going to forgive him.
Bizarre collaborated with Twisted, and Twisted were pretty heavily involved in ICP and Eminem beef, so
Yeah.
I'd say there's some forgiveness.
A little bit. But Bizarre, like, the people like Nick Cannon and shit, Bizarre doesn't care for them. And I
Yeah.
can see that just by that comment he put. And then the fact that Royce the 5'9" responded to him is funny. It shows, like, people think Bizarre's fucking washed up now. No. He's still affiliated with Shady. Oh, yeah. He's still getting millions of views on his fucking videos. He's still putting it out there. He may not be as big as he once was in D12. And he may not be signed to any record label or anything like that, but he's still got his fans, and he's still just as famous as these other guys, but he's doing his own thing now. So
It's pretty much what Bizarre's doing. He's just on his own little thing now.
yeah,
You know?
and he's losing weight. He's losing weight, and proud of him. He's fucking cutting down because he knows his health is really bad. Like that, he has one of the most motivational songs I've ever heard by Bizarre, and he doesn't have a lot because you know Bizarre. He's a bizarre artist, and that's why he's called Bizarre.
Bizarre, man, he's something else. Some of the shit even I think is like, man, I can't fuck with that lyric.
Like Bizarre, like even jacking my dick off in a bed with barbed wire. That was Bizarre who said that, and I was like, what the fuck?
See, I'm okay with shit like that, but
Yeah.
like, even he has a few lines that are just too much for me. I'm like, nah, I can't get behind that one.
Yeah, like him with his grandma and shit. That was fucked. Those
I
are the
think him-
lines.
Little cousin, I was like, nope,
Yeah.
nope, I'm not dealing, not into that shit, dude.
No. But like Bizarre, like though he has one motivational song out. It's called "Lose Weight." Fucking, it's really good.
Man,
it's
good
really
song.
good. It's a good song though. If you really listen to it and you listen to the lyrics that he's putting in there, and like the meaning behind it, like I'm proud of him. He's finally stepping his game up and showing people out there. He's like, hey, don't be afraid. Like, yeah, his wife. She liked him like that because she met him when he was famous, and that's what he was known for, being the big fucking dude with the shower cap on. And that's why his wife forced him to be that way. And it's like, I could see why. She was kind of a crazy fan. That's why she married him. Took half his money when she left, so...
He releases this crazy shit, so it's naturally he's gonna attract some crazies.
Exactly. And like, I'd love to collab with Bizarre, and his features are cheap as fuck. Like when the day comes and I can afford it, I'm gonna do it because like
Go for it, yeah.
I've like I grew up listening to that shit, like D12 and shit. So that would be awesome to have at least one member of D12, regardless of who it is, on a track. That's my goal for the end of 2021 is to get one D12 member on a track.
So you're getting Bizarre,
Yeah.
basically.
Getting Bizarre or no Kaniva. I can get Kaniva. He's cheap too. But yeah. Okay, and to wrap things up here, so we got The Misery, which is my 5th album that's out now, and then we got the deluxe coming out November 3rd, along with the video for Snakes coming out November 3rd. And anything else you got coming out this year?
We got the
Besides
Halloween project, Into the Vault, either at the very end of this year or early 2021. But as for singles and shit, I'm probably just gonna maybe do one pre-single in 2021 for my project and then release the album, you know?
Yeah.
I'm taking the old school approach with this, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
you
for
make
sure.
the album, then you release the album. That's what you get.
Exactly. Like, you didn't see Tupac drop All Eyes on Me before he dropped the album.
Like, he might have in this day and age, who knows, but...
Like, in this day and age, but, like, back then, Tupac didn't fucking drop singles before an album. He dropped an album.
Maybe he had, like, one video out, but that was it. You get, like, one.
Yeah. Like,
that's the way I'm taking it.
That's the way I do my music videos. You get one music video out of me. Maybe 3 per year. That's the maximum you're going to get out of me. There's one more video that's coming end of the year. We're going to start filming it in November. It's called Remember Back When. It's also on the album. It's featuring Red Eagle Ricky. Recently, 7 of his homies died in a shootout in Montreal.
Oh.
So he's going to be repping their flag in the video, which is going to be dope. It's more like it's a shout out to the homies that passed.
Word. That's dope.
And who else has some stuff? Oh yeah, YNX Slime has an album coming out. I don't know when it's going to be finished, but he says he's got all the songs written. You guys can expect that either this year or early next year.
Yeah.
And then also
Payday as well. Then I guess he's working on music, so
yeah, Payday has
see some from him soon.
Payday's first solo track is coming out soon. As soon as Jordan gets back in the studio, that's when Payday's song's coming out. Jordan right now is on leave due to his ears being a problem.
Being all fucked up, yeah.
Yep. It's nothing too serious, but he just needs a little break. Plus, Jordan already released the music he needed to release this year. Like, he's put out countless beats.
Oh, Jordan's work non-stop, man.
Jordan's like... He's
always making beats.
Like, every day. Like, he's dedicated.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That's why I signed him, too, because... And, not to mention, he makes dope-ass beats.
Oh,
And
definitely.
When
He's
Alex
just
told
gotten
me...
better and better.
When Alex told me he was making beats on FL Studio Demo, and then I heard some of these beats, I was like, holy fuck, we're getting him. We're getting him.
Oh, yeah.
He's signed to label. No other label's touching this guy.
Thing is,
Fuck
he
that.
started out great, and he's just gotten out better and better.
Exactly.
And that's what's awesome, is that he's just gotten better. That his old beats are great, but his new ones are just so much better. Like,
Exactly.
that's just what it is. Like, they're not. His old ones aren't bad. They're good. Just the new ones are better because he's improved so much.
It's like me
he's
when
constantly working.
When I started doing music when I was 12 years old. At first, it was bad, but then my uncle taught me how to write, and I started writing properly. And then he told me, he's like, you know, I noticed that you're rapping here, but you're changing up your rhymes every couple of rhymes. So you rhyme like heat with slap the beat, but then you switch up to, I pet my cat, and then she killed that rat. Like,
yeah, it's old school.
And my uncle, he basically told me, he's like, keep going. So you want to keep going for at least a few bars. Like, do a few bars of one rhyme, and then switch it up to a few bars of the next rhyme. Basically go like, not go, I bring that heat because I'm on that beat. No. Do those, but then add more into it. Like,
exactly. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Shake my head for Pete. Like, do that, or like shit like that.
Well, that's pretty much how I never just do 2 rhymes back to back.
And Like put
I'm
the
always a minimum of 4, but sometimes I've gotten entire verses of just the same rhyme, so it's definitely not. But it
like
took me years to finally figure out how to write a rap. That's for sure.
instead of saying I make the heat because I'm on that beat, and then switching it up to petting the cat and she's got the rat.
Stand up on my feet.
Yeah, do like I bring the heat because I'm
Proposing
on
you
that
like a
beat
sheep.
and because I'm stepping on my 2 feet. I ain't sitting in this seat, and then
Yeah.
switch it up to something else. See, and that's what my uncle taught me. And then from there, I got better and better and better. And now, like even now, I still have a lot of work to do, but all my homies have been telling me I'm getting better and better and better and better. Every single song I send to my homie Push Up, he's saying, "Bro, you're actually getting fucking better than you once were." And it just shows. Like, you keep working at your craft, you're gonna perfect it at some
Oh,
point.
for sure. I always like I take my lyrics very seriously, and it's like so whenever anyone compliments them, it's like it just always feels good, man, because
Oh yeah.
I can fucking I can rap some really dope shit when I really want to. Like,
Especially on that song War. I was amazed how fast you went and how you
yeah,
could
that
keep up with
was
that flow. This Slime was literally sitting there. He was listening to the song. He was listening to my part. He's like, "Yo, you're fucking dope as fuck." And then I showed him your part. He's sitting like this, right? And he's like, and then he fucking bounced. He starts bouncing to it, and he's like, "Yo, why did I sleep on Tamaskers?" He's like, "What the fuck?"
yeah. No, that's dope, man.
And then I showed him Medication. And then I showed him Gone Now. When I showed him my part on Gone Now, he's like, "Yo, this is fire." And then he's seen your part, and he's like, like,
Just couldn't believe it.
yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, that's awesome.
Well,
No,
I think
yeah, that was a fucking I would almost 3 hours, but then there's like a fucking 20-minute intermission there because my computer decided to be a dickhead and crash. Then I
yeah.
had to fucking reinstall Skype, and that was a whole process again because of just being a cunt. But
Go
you
ahead
know,
and plug your social media so everybody can know where to find you.
yeah, you can find me on Twitter at Tamaskers Twitch because obviously I'm a huge streamer. You can find me on Instagram at Tamaskers Hip Hop if you want my personal / retarded one. I think it's the Tamaskers or it's Tamaskers. I don't fucking know, to be honest with you, but it's one of those. Obviously, YouTube Tamaskers, music and shit there.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's pretty much it.
If
You
you
know,
guys want to find more about the label, our slogan used to be "Young Bosses, we don't take no losses," but that's kind of a double negative on us, so we're gonna be changing that
Yeah.
soon. And
we
also,
used to be fucking losers, but now we learn to not be.
yeah, we're slowly learning. We're slowly picking up this rap game shit, and
Yeah.
it's finally starting to pay off because the big artists are after us, and like starting to fucking they're starting to show like acknowledgement, like acknowledge that we're there. It's just like when Eminem mentioned Hobson's fucking reaction. That was priceless. I love that reaction. He's like, "Yo," he's like,
Yeah.
"Eminem just fucking mentioned me on his song. I gotta call my mom." I was like, I was happy for Hobson at that point, and that's
a
where
big
I want to
bump
get
for
to
him.
one day, to the point where my favorite rapper mentions me on their song in a good way.
Oh, for sure. Hell, man, Eminem could fucking diss me, and I'd be like, "Yo, man, you fucking yeah."
It's
I'd be fucking, I'd be excited as shit if he dissed me, man.
yeah, it's just like Kim
If he took a
Kardashian. Kim
took a shot
Kardashian
at.
was fucking. She was excited when Eminem dissed her too. She was all happy about it.
She knows he's just fucking playing around.
Yeah.
Like, it's it. Like, if Eminem took a quick shot at me, man, I'd be like, "That's the fucking shit, man." I'd be super fucking excited if that happened. I would not be like, "What the fuck, man?
Yeah, you wouldn't be
Fucking
like-
old washed up piece of shit." No,
Yeah, like
I'm-
MGK. You wouldn't act like MGK and be like, "What the fuck?"
Huh.
and then
You
start
fucking fucking
hitting
old-
your fans for liking Eminem songs. Are you kidding me?
yeah.
That guy's a joke. That's why
And
he
I'd be
needs.
fucking ecstatic, man. I'd be like, this is the shit.
Like, I lost all
Eminem
respect.
mentioned me.
I lost all respect for Machine Gun Kelly when he started that beef.
I didn't care about that. He just released Binge afterwards, which was a hot load of ass.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, man. I like Binge. All I'm gonna say on that matter is that
Tickets to My
it was.
Downfall. I haven't listened to the album yet, but
I haven't
I
either.
heard it's not good.
It definitely can't be worse than Binge though. Binge, especially when it was in the mix in the heat of like Rap Double Kill Shot.
Yeah.
The fact that he released Binge and it's an album, it's an EP, whatever. It's technically music by definition. That's what I'll say about it.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say about MGK's Binge EP is that it is by definition music.
And MGK, if you're watching this, I got a diss track coming for you on my
You're
deluxe
not.
edition.
You're definitely not. But if you're
Well, if you do it, and if you click on this, because I know a lot of artists, they click on random videos all the time, and it could have 1 view, it could have 2 views. They'll still click on it. So if MGK, if you happen to click on this, and you happen to see this part, fuck you, because I got a diss track coming for your ass when my album drops November 3rd. I don't give a shit. I did so many people on that song. It's crazy. You guys are gonna like it. MGK, you're not gonna like it because you're trash.
MGK, if you're watching this, I really don't got anything bad to say against it because I don't really give a shit. But
I got all the bad things to say against him
nice
because
pink fucking skirt, whatever you're
yeah,
wearing.
fucking Betty White over there.
Sure, you're banging Megan Fox, but that was cool in like 2012. I'm sorry, but that would have been cool 8 years ago.
He thinks it's cool, but it's not.
I mean, I'd probably hit it to be honest, but I mean, because why the fuck wouldn't I? But I mean, it's whatever, you know.
Yeah, but like MGK though, like he didn't need to fucking start a beef with Eminem. He was in the wrong in the first place. You do not mention Eminem's daughter. Eminem's daughter's name does not come out of your
You don't
mouth
bring up
unless
people's
you're
kids. I don't think any artist, regardless, I don't give a matter if it's Eminem.
Yeah. You
Just
do not
don't
bring
bring
up
up
an artist
kids.
kid. You do not bring up their kids.
Exactly.
Or
Or
their
bring the kids into the matter.
Yeah. You can bring up their partner, sure. But you can't bring don't bring up
Yeah, don't bring up the kids,
yeah.
man.
Leave the kids alone. Yeah, Haley's 21. Still, leave her alone. She's Eminem's kid.
Especially back in the day when she was like Ja Rule.
Yeah.
When she was fucking 7, it's like cool, man. You dissed a 7-year-old. Like, how good do you feel about yourself right now?
Yeah, and that whole Ja Rule shit, and then the proof dying, and like that was just unnecessary. All of that. Proof was trying to get a bunch of people to stop beefing, and then he got shot up in the studio. And
he definitely stopped a bunch of people beefing.
Yeah, and then he got shot up in the studio. I don't know.
Mhm.
I don't know the full story behind it because I haven't really looked into it. But I just know he got shot up at the studio, and
It was
he
a
died.
tragic event all around,
And
regardless.
Eminem was there at his fucking body. Eminem seen him with all the wounds, gunshot wounds in his fucking body when he went to visit him in the hospital. It's like, I know Eminem. He literally saw the condition that Proof was in, and he left. He couldn't see his friend like that, and I don't blame him. I couldn't either. If you're shot up, I can't see you like that. Like that will just hurt worse than it will to not see you.
No, definitely.
So I get that, and the same with Tupac. His mom didn't want to see him when he was in the hospital dying. She didn't want to see her son in that condition. It would be worse.
No fucking parent should have to see their own kid in a position where their life's about to be taken from them before their time's up.
Yeah.
No parent should have to be given the job of burying a child.
Exactly. The child is supposed to outlive the parent.
Of course, exactly.
Well, that's anyways.
What a way to end the fucking podcast off of.
What a way to end the podcast. Anyways, guys, we got a bunch of new shit coming, and tomorrow we're gonna go live and we're gonna play COD Warzone. Me and Rexpect and probably Ashton and Riley. So tune in to that tomorrow. We're all hop on Warzone and fucking shoot the shit.
Yeah, I don't play
And then
Warzone. So
episode 2 of the YBR show will be airing sometime next month. We got to get the plans in order, and we got to get our guest and everything like that. So this was the first episode. Hope you all guys enjoyed.
enjoy the pilot episode pretty much.
This is the pilot, and we're going to be continuing this every single month. A new episode will drop. Stay tuned.
At least once a month.
At least once a month. So
Guarantee that.
It might be twice a month, might be 3 times a month, but
We definitely would want to aim for twice, but we can guarantee once a month.
Yeah, we'll guarantee you guys 1 episode a month, at the minimum. But that being said, so I gotta hop on here because I gotta go for a hoot, and then I gotta go to bed. And
I'm gonna have a hoot.
And
I'm fucking hungry.
You gotta go eat, and
yeah.
So
I'm gonna get baked and fucking chow down.
Exactly, that's what it's all about. All right, take it easy.
You bet.
And see y'all guys on the next episode.
Bye.